I wonder who that could be.
Successor? Manfred von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled
Fred
all
von
sorts
Karma.
He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks. Also, he could win.
He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Also, he has the creepiest objection in the entire series.
Objection.
Exactly, that's what it was. Like,
Also, you know
holy
what I found-
shit.
You know what I find oddly satisfying?
What?
What he's doing right now, the way he just grabs the fabric and holds it, I don't know why.
There's an in-canon
Crunchy.
reason for that.
You're an in-canon reason.
Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. Just look at that face, he screams I'm the bad guy.
He screams, I'm a rapist.
And now his successor. I wonder what kind of person they'll turn out to be.
Dominate
Does that-
tricks.
Does this look like the face of mercy to you?
It's no good.
Okay, I think this is Pearly. Ruby.
I'll try. Mystic Maya!
Hurley?
Mm.
You showed up. Thanks for coming all this way.
I was really worried about you.
Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together?
Mother is watching over the trainees.
I went too high.
No, go.
She said they've been training for 2 days straight with no breaks.
Huh? Then you came all by yourself?
Yep, I snuck out of the manor and followed a map.
Don't tell me you walked all the way here.
Of course not. I ran.
That
That's...
sounds like Leslie
I
Elm.
can't- it really does sound like a Ruby character, doesn't it?
It's pronounced Iran.
Yeah, right?
I can't... Oh my... If it takes 2 hours by train... Oh man.
Her calves are jacked, man.
Hurley, what about the train?
Huh? What's a train?
I give up.
It's time, isn't it?
I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me?
Blow the whistle.
At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma.
Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that?
He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend.
Very
ship it.
close
friend.
friend. Everyone ships it. Like, the two ships are Phoenix Maya or Phoenix Edgeworth, one side or the other.
The game
Why can't
ships
you have
both.
both?
Phoenix Edgeworth Maya.
It's not like I like him or anything, Parker.
I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday.
Objection!
It was yesterday!
Every trial was scorchingly fierce battle until the very end.
Objection! Objection!
It was always back and forth with them, but when you're rivals for life...
Maya! Please, don't mention that name ever again.
But why, Nick?
I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back.
He went on to Hollywood.
What? Wait a second. Wait. What's to mean? This is gonna ruin my fan fiction.
Court will pronounce
Court will
shortly.
commence.
They fight over the minor male roles!
Look, guard number 2, it's my turn to do it this time, okay? Look, guard number 1, it's my turn to do it this time. I pulled the short straw. I get to do it. You just stand there to the other side of the door, and I'll just stand over this side. Court will commence shortly. Proceed into... Shit, I messed it up.
This is why we don't let you do it!
That's my first day on the job.
Workplace rookie. You'll learn eventually.
His Japanese came out. He said, "Please proceed."
Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. You see? That's how you do it.
God damn, you do it so good.
Now I ship them.
The two background guards. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Also, okay, since you left before we finish, we got the key. We
Okay.
found this.
Yep.
And we got the Magatama.
Okay, so it's probably is. I forgot her. Iki Peng Zoom Zong. Oh, there's more people. Shit.
This is Eenie Miney. This is her sister Mimi Miney. She's the one that died in the car accident.
Okay.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
Lotta. You know Lotta Hart,
Uh-huh.
Morgan Fay, Pearl Fay, Dr. Turner Gray, blah blah blah. Oh, Mia Fay, the deceased older sister of Maya.
Uh-huh.
Maya
So it's either going
sometimes
to be
channels her.
Morgan or it's going to be Icky.
Eenie Miney, Mimi Miney. Come on, man. It's easy.
Oh, you know what's weird?
What?
My guardian used to have a doctor named Dr. Turner.
Well, he's dead now, so.
This is a Maya line.
Who's dead?
Okay,
Right
well,
here.
I'm taking
Sorry.
the role then.
Sorry, Nick. I already said it, okay? Too late.
All right, Kay, you're gonna be the judge. Heather, you'll be Francesca von Karma.
Oh, dang it, where's Goody? I wanted him to be Francisco von Karma.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and defense prepared?
What is with this kid?
She doesn't look that much younger than him.
Mr. Wright, are you prepared?
Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me?
Did you not pay attention?
Never answer my calls.
Oh, God.
Okay. Let's see.
Go hard ass.
German.
German. Yep.
I'm not good at
You don't have to do. You don't have to do the accent if you don't want to.
Like,
But think it.
okay. I can try the accent to see what happens, and then just tell
Okay.
me if you veto it. No, I'm not. I can't do it. I've
Just,
never done German. I don't think.
just go hard ass. Oops, I accidentally clicked. Sorry. Let's say Mr. Phoenix, right?
Mr. Phoenix, right? You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct?
She's a woman?
So she's the famed successor to Prosecutor von Karma?
I am Francisca von Karma, the prodigy.
I see. Naruhodo.
I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge.
Holy shit, she's the dominatrix they called it.
There's the whip.
How'd you know?
Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma?
No shit, Sherlock.
If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you two can... Ow!
I'm talking.
Did you just fucking whip the judge?
She does.
She doesn't get away with it.
If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me.
Okay, bailiff, remove her from the courtroom. Case closed. They lose. You win, Phoenix.
Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you.
Jesus.
Make no mistake, I will defeat you.
Okay, that's assault. I'm just keeping a list here, okay?
Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Is no one listening to me?
Does anyone ever listen to the judge aside from guilty, not guilty?
Prosecutor von Karma, your opening statement, please.
Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate. And that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch.
Very well. What is the defense's position?
Your Honor,
Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty?
Yes.
Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams.
Oh yeah, I hope you guys don't like the word fool.
10 minutes. I'll give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no
I
time.
don't know why I really love this pose.
Take her hand
What I have in
out.
my fingers.
Justified self-defense. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in self-defense of themselves. Selves? We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but... The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone.
That fucking curtsy.
Yeah.
How foolish.
All he had to do was drag the PNG down and then up again. in like one frame.
She's still fucking pompous.
That's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix, right? Then I shall now call the first witness.
She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose.
Oh, I'm scarier because I'm a woman.
And you have a lip.
Oh, it's me again. Hello.
Like all Manfred had was like a scary face and a demonic objection.
Witness, your name and occupation.
Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Oh!
Get to the point
Self-defense,
already.
bang, bang.
Explain to the court the details of this murder.
Jesus fucking yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map.
Okay, you said that like, yes, sir. like he was turned on by that. That's how you said that.
He probably is, man. He doesn't have much in his life, man.
I mean, look at how he's panting.
The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room.
Hey, look, it's Kay.
What am I? I'm not guilty. Not guilty. What were they doing in there? Oh shit! I gave it to you.
Okay. Now, okay.
Take over.
Bowtie's judge. Bowtie's judge now.
Well, I'm Gumshoe.
Okay. All right. What were they doing in there?
They were channeling a spirit, sir.
Channeling a spirit?
That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor.
Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots, and I pronounced it the right way, in red, were heard coming from inside the room, sir.
Dude, this says Ron Karma. Look.
A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room.
Ah, and that's when they found the victim that was already dead, correct?
Yes, the victim is gonna be dead. People die when they are killed.
Very good at my job.
People die when they are killed, guys.
He disagreed with you.
I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over.
I feel like he said that more than once.
Yeah.
It's a running theme.
You're a running theme.
So, how was the victim killed?
I was about to get to that.
Stop wasting my time then.
She's
He's
such a
trying.
bitch.
He's trying not to.
No.
Cause of death.
Witness testimony. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot at the forehead, sir. But it was a stab. The shot was fired from point-blank range.
And he fired and he
Where's that?
missed, and he fired and he
But
missed.
before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. What's over there? And the wound was very severe, but not enough to cause the instantaneous death. How do I know that word? The murderer used a pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing.
That's a very weird death.
He was stabbed first and then shot in the head.
Yeah.
So, the victim was stabbed before being shot.
This is the victim's autopsy report, sir.
After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank.
The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
What how you almost make him British?
All right. You don't have to repeat the gumshoe lines when we do the.
I can do it if I want.
You don't have to, because it's gonna be just repeating.
The direct
just...
cause of death with a pistol shot into the forehead.
Hold it! The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it?
Don't scare me like that. It was the victim's.
The victim? Then why would he have...
Why would he have a pistol? Who cares?
I think he does. That's why he hissed. Don't hurt me.
The point you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start.
Fingerprints? There were fingerprints?
Along with the victims. The defendant, Maya Fays, were also in the grip, sir.
Rabble. So, the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon.
I walked right into our hands there.
The shot was fired from point-blank range.
Hold it!
There it is.
Point blank, huh? How far away is that?
It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away.
And how do you know he was shot at point blank?
Tisk, 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 Mr. Right. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country.
I wonder what the Japanese script was for this set. Excuse me?
Jaku Hinjaku!
Gunpowder burn.
Gunpowder burn.
When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fireproof, and that gets real hot, pal.
Thank you, Gumshoe.
And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead.
Wow. I knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
But before the victim was shot, he was stabbed in the chest.
Hold it! Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with?
A book.
A fruit knife.
I see. And whose knife was it?
It looks like it belongs to the Fays, sir. And of course, Maya Faye's fingerprints are all over it.
All over it, huh?
This does not look good.
What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Make you use just my first or last name and not the whole name?
That's not going to happen.
The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death.
Hold it! How severe was the wound?
For a second, I thought they were talking about the gunshot wound. I was like, oh gosh, that'd be
If
horrible.
it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand.
This testimony makes it sound like Mai had stabbed him with the intent to kill.
The murderer used a pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing.
Hold
Look how
it!
mad he is.
Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot?
Yep. Sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal.
A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first?
Weren't there 2 gunshots?
There were.
Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
I sure would be.
What a pain.
Be glad I don't call you dumbass.
That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered.
I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today, sir.
Very well. The court accepts them into evidence.
Murder weapon. It was Gray's. 2 shots fired. Bears Maya and Gray's fingerprints. Murder weapon. A small fruit knife. Belongs to the Fays. Bears Maya's fingerprints.
Well, then we gotta arrest Bear Maya.
The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time.
And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? This does seem like an open and shut case.
Naturally.
This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme.
Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there's no room left for doubt, is there?
That is quite true, Mr. Wright.
Yes?
Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes.
Technically, we've been playing for 20.
What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance.
This is a huge
Well, let's hopeless,
decision.
guys. Let's give up.
I better think this through all the way.
Plead not guilty?
If you say you plead justified self-defense, is that game over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, then plead not guilty then.
If we plead justified self-defense, we'd basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined. She'd be labeled a murderer. What happens when you murder people? You get called a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honor!
Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright?
After the 5 seconds I gave you,
Yes.
Yeah.
the defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal.
You have your fate, Mr. Phoenix. Detective?
Yes, sir. The
K,
panel.
take over for Von Karma.
Present the final portion of your... Okay, bye. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, do your Bambina voice. That's
Now
it,
see
K is,
here.
that's it, K's Von Karma from now on. Bye.
No.
Okay, bye.
Now see here. Proceedings are run by... Oh yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony.
I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. You can.
No, she's got her
Ruby,
hands.
do you want to do Von Karma?
No, you do, brother.
No,
Okay.
actually, let's have
No.
Ruby do Von Karma just so that Kate doesn't talk to
No.
himself.
No, I can talk to myself if she wants me to.
We get enough of that when we DM, man.
Okay, well,
That's
do that.
fine.
Ruby is now substitute Von Karma.
All right. Sorry, pal, but there's even more incriminating piece of evidence.
Jacques.
This is the costume defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
So,
This is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this.
This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir.
I see. The court accepts this into evidence. I'm
Clothes
just going
Maya
to go
was
full
wearing at the
British
time of the
now. I
murder.
don't care.
there are blood spatters on it.
All right, Mr. Wright.
Yeah.
Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood spatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse?
Ha! What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to soak off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing.
It's very Nazi-ish.
It reminds me of my
That
mom.
is. His mom whipped him? I'm just kidding, go on.
Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence.
Hold it!
You actually...
Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier?
You're kind of scary today, you know, pal.
Come now, Mr. Wright. There is no need for that kind of attitude in my court.
He's got in trouble.
All right. Just please stop glaring at me like that.
He is the most spineless judge I've ever
Exactly!
seen. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime.
Hold it!
There.
Maya's costume?
Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her.
Maya. She's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else?
As you can see, it's covered in blood.
Hold it!
Hold it! That's strawberry
jam.
jam, you know it.
This blood on the costume.
Lab results show that it's the victim's blood.
They got lab results within a day? Holy shit, they work fast.
Mm-hmm.
That takes months.
I mean, this is the Elseworld where trials only last 3 days.
I know, this
so-
is a video game. They can expedite anything.
Hey,
Yeah.
pal, this is America. Everything's fast here.
So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes.
Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence?
Well,
If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again.
Also, you guys don't have to do their call-outs unless you want to. I only do them because I like to do them. You don't have to.
By the way, I'm back.
Okay,
Yeah, they're...
back to the regular Von Karma.
hi back.
Goodbye.
I mean, if I get to be Edgeworth and/or Godot, I'm definitely doing them.
I don't want to do Edgeworth.
Look, he's hot enough that you both can do. Look,
Alright,
he's hot enough that you both can do him. Okay.
alright, Heather, here you go.
But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on.
Ah, yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct.
That's your question, you know.
Not even the judge is on our side. But if I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do?
I really wish one of the choices was bite off more than you could chew.
That'd be funny. I'll
Bite Von Karma.
I mean, she'd enjoy that.
Oh my.
Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. Also, Heather, you might not have heard, but like, you can choose to do the objection and other call-outs if you want. You don't have to. I just do it
There's
because
a
I
bullet
like to.
hole in the sleeve.
Yep.
Okay, that's obviously a
have to look
glory
harder.
hole.
Mr. Wright,
Okay, if that's a glory hole, that's gotta be for like someone with like the world's worst handicap.
Or
Or
someone
maybe
with
it's
an
just
fetish.
very thin. It's just like a stick.
Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it.
Oh, hey, look, they gave
Praising judge.
they gave you a clue if you're not as smart. Ugh. Looks like my time is up. So, about the costume. Your Honor? Actually, there's something very wrong with this piece of evidence.
What?
What are you talking about, pal?
Where is this problem you are talking about?
I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here.
Gee, I wonder what it is.
Oh, use E to present.
It's the jam. It's not strawberry. It's raspberry.
I ask the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
The sleeve? There's a tiny hole here.
A hole? But that wasn't in the report.
Did you write the report?
Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder.
Wait,
Just
he's
please
just
stop
smelling the
sniffing.
bloody shirt.
Gunpowder?
Yeah.
No one ever told me.
A hole that smells of gunpowder.
It looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Sex joke!
Giggity.
That was not a sex joke.
Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole.
Order! Order! Order in the court! This is a very grave matter. It's best if we correct the court record before anything else. Also, if that was a Susical reference, I approve.
Press the check button for more details. Which we can do...
Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir.
So now we can look at the hole at any time we wish.
Nice.
In the words of Gray, look at that hole. It's like a door for a bullet.
Is she actually smiling? Is she actually kind of cute when she smiles? What else is she hiding?
Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more.
So it's
Objection! How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight!
While I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police, what Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then...
No way!
Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony.
Yes, sir. A defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
Hold it!
It was his
You sure
gun.
like to say that a lot.
He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he was or wasn't?
We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of a struggle, pal. What's up here? What's up there?
So, did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around the murder may change drastically.
We're in real trouble now. I do. Blah, blah, blah. I know the contradiction. You know the contradiction. You guys know the contradiction.
Sorry, pal. This is a caution. Defendant with as you can see, the defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
Objection! I gotta stop being shrill in the beginning of that one. Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Don't call me that. Oh wait, that's my name. Yes.
It's Richard,
Having you
actually.
call me by a full name is this kind of weird feeling. Almost got insulted there.
You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
Yeah, I did.
Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean?
What does it mean?
I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back?
You're right.
It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything.
All right, the wind seems to be shifting.
She's clutching her thing.
Yeah,
Her sleeve too.
she inherited some animations.
Like father, like daughter.
What is with that "are you finished yet" laugh?
Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
She said it! Miss Von Karma.
It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea.
So much red today.
That is correct.
But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty.
Now that you...
Why, that's right!
Which means... the defense has yet to prove anything at all.
But they...
No!
Well, yes, that's true.
Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough enough blah, 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 I can't talk today.
Yay, Heather finally messed up. It's not just us.
Yay!
With me!
I haven't messed up yet.
Ruby, shut up!
Wait till Pearl becomes the companion.
Yeah, I know.
Is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense.
Huh? How so?
Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. And quit fucking it up. With the new information we acquired added in, of course.
You mean by myself?
Do you want to hold your
Goddamn
hand?
detective.
You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? What am I, a detective? Ah!
I love how I timed that.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
I'm a goddamn woman.
You can still be called sir. Sir is both masculine and gender neutral in some cases.
In the Navy, they even call female officers Mr.
Gumshoe's a goddamn himbo.
Dude, if you're gonna hit people with a whip, you're gonna be called sir.
During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest.
Well, in certain circumstances with the whip, you might call her mistress or mommy.
Oh my god.
Cringing.
That's sick, buddy. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight Dip. He messed me up with all that talk about the sex stuff.
Oh, just wait till we play Yakuza.
The victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Pressed on my forehead. But the victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, too, took the victim's gun, and ended it.
This scenario you have put together does make sense.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Wright?
On the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily.
Please, refrain from glaring at me like that.
Why are you so mean today, Phoenix?
Now then, your cross-examination, please.
Because one of my most popular shipping partners is on the defendant's chair here.
Ah, fair enough.
During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest.
Hold it!
Uh,
There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. And in body strength, it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim.
You mean sexist, bud? Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess.
You think you could get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Yes.
Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Korean channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor.
I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Karain channeling technique.
Like I said before, I am perfect.
Well, obviously you're not, because the bullet hole. Okay.
That was Gumshoe.
About what you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony.
Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir.
Hold it! So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him.
But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad.
How badly hurt would you say he was?
Actually, I went to give blood the other day. And afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy.
Have you guys ever given blood before?
I have
No, I'm not allowed.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to.
Well, I've had blood taken from me, but not give it.
Well, I mean, I had blood taken too. Not willingly, but you know.
I used to volunteer for the blood bank.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So I'm
Because
very...
And
I had-
I can't donate blood though, because I think mad cow disease runs in my family.
Yeah, I used to be in charge of the sitting room, where people who give blood would sit around and wait for the dizziness and lightheadedness to go away before they can go and leave.
Gumshoe, what you looking for? Where is it?
I've had
Where is
blood
it?
drawn, but like Kay, I'm not allowed to because I had mono, and that doesn't go away.
Okay,
So someone who hasn't had mono can then just suddenly get mono if they get my blood.
fair enough.
I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziest. I don't know, I have mad cow's disease. Sorry. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun.
Hold it! Where in the world did that pistol come from?
It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically brought it for that day. Why would he do that?
A handgun?
He got it off the black market about 2 days ago before the murder.
Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something?
The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed.
Hold it! So, you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then?
Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when the shot was fired.
Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt.
The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it.
Hold it!
Can you warn me next time when you do that? Jesus.
Do I need to be a little further from my mic when I do that?
No, I'm doing it a bit.
Okay.
He's in character.
I'm also trying not to blow your ears out when I do the call outs.
No,
My-
that's fine. Sounds okay to me.
Maya has never fired a gun before in her life.
The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger.
Safety's not that difficult to maneuver though.
And if you're not ready for the pressure, you could break your hand.
Even me, I wonder.
Now do you understand? Von Kammer's logic is perfect.
Tell that to your dad.
His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is gonna uncover the truth. I can feel it. Okay, who knows the contradiction here?
Something involving the changing
Panel.
screen, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where do we present it on?
Isn't there a hole in the little screen or something?
That's the
Yeah, but he's
evidence, but
asking-
what statement do we present it for?
Hold on. Keep going. The victim used loss of his strength to fight back. Keep going. Took out his gun. When would he have a chance to take out his gun?
When they're fighting, apparently.
I think it's. Okay, never mind.
What do you think it's when? I'm just scrolling through
I think
these.
the previous statement
This one?
Yeah,
before
I
this
think
one.
so too.
Yeah, I think that's where we should present it.
Alright, let's see. Holding screen. Objection!
Ah, damn it.
Nope. I thought it was... What? Ugh.
Hold it.
Okay. Wanna read through? We'll just read through it through text. We don't have to act it.
Have we done this already?
Yeah, we done all the statements.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you're saying the boat hole was made then? That's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired off.
Well, let me look at the. Let's see the evidence again. Maybe it's a different piece of evidence. It's the attorney's badge. I knew it.
It's totally my badge.
Let's see. Autopsy. Bullet hole.
Let me tell you this to you guys. You guys are thinking a little far ahead.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
okay.
check the knife.
I'm not even gonna guess because I don't know.
Let's. Okay, so we got the knife. Keep going back. Pistol. Why did he buy the thing?
That'll be revealed later. So you guys have the right thing, but you're supposed to present. Objection! Missing the tiny hole in this costume will be the prosecution's undoing.
Eh? What do you mean? Because I was looking at all those evidence bits and I didn't even follow.
This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony.
I like how Phoenix just raises suspicions.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Or suspense, I meant.
Yep. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where's the gunpowder burn on this costume?
Gunpowder burn?
Oh yeah.
This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Oh!
But there's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume!
It's very hard to see it. It's all pixelated on my end. I gotta get my eyes checked.
That is a very good point. And what does this exactly mean?
It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other.
Wait, didn't earlier they say that the hole smelled like gunpowder?
It smelled like gunpowder, but it didn't have a gunpowder burn.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm disappointed in Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away.
Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking.
Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that?
Objection! As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that.
Well, then... That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took a shot. There, that should satisfy even you.
That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
Just be careful. You can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor.
Fatal?
Flaw? Go!
Very interesting. I would love to see what this flaw is. In your hair.
Be back.
Show me something that contradicts my explanation.
There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. You guys already figured it out.
It's the badge.
It's totally my attorney's badge. Take that! This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic.
What is that? A folding screen?
I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about.
Who? What? Where? What? Horton here's a who?
Mr. Wright, your explanation, please.
Are these two really that clueless?
Yes!
Yes.
The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... when the shot was fired, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but actually squatting low to the ground!
Rubble, 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 rubble.
Rubber, rubber, rubber.
Order! Order! This changes everything!
Please, look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Take that! She was standing here, near the folding screen.
Wait a second. Where were we left again? We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that?
Gauge.
Gauge, whatever.
That's not how they pronounce it in Germany.
It's okay, she's pissed. She can pronounce it how she wants.
No. Isn't it possible the defendant was standing much closer to the victim?
That's impossible.
But why?
You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she was shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume!
Sorry, my window's open, so
That's
I
fine.
can't.
That's fine.
Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you.
I believe it has now been proven that... yes, the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation?
What do you guys think?
It changes everything.
It doesn't change everything. It's game over, man.
Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything! The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with a knife would be ideal. However, where and what the defendant was doing at that time?
Squatting all the way by the folding screen?
Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike?
Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense.
Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason.
Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job!
I have a job? Oof.
Well, not for very long. That oof was very well placed.
Right.
Alright. With this, the rest of the trial should be in the last radius of disaster.
You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Oh, say that more seductively.
To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me.
Fuel the ships already!
Oh my god.
Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile?
Detective. How dare you damage my perfect logic?
Huh? How is it all my fault?
You can start repairing your standing by first removing that
Okay, fuck you, bitch. Don't you talk about my goatee like that.
Hi, Ruby.
Hey.
I
Oh, and
almost
rest
thought it was
assured.
Shadow.
Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later.
Yes, mistress.
Oh my god.
Punishment.
Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness.
Next witness? That's gotta be Lotta.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness.
To be continued.
Like, okay, you just whispered it.
Alright, it's almost time for Lotta, Ruby. Are you ready?
I hope so.